Hey, welcome to Tim's Workshop. Today we're going to do the winterizing on the RV for this year of 2020. So let's get started here and I'll show you what to do. First of all, we're going to drain the hot water, which is not hot because it's been in storage for quite a while. But before you take this plug off, there could be pressure build up on the inside. So up here, there's a pressure relief valve. Just go ahead and release the pressure on it. Okay. All right. And then the socket is a 15/16 socket, and I marked it with yellow tape so I know which socket I need for this. And use a extension. It's a 1/2-inch drive, but I use a adapter 1/2 inch to 3/8. I use my 3/8 ratchet wrench. Get this up inside here and get that on the plug, and then unscrew the drain plug. Okay, and move myself out of the way here so the water doesn't get all over my feet here. And there we go. Then I just got to get the plug out of the, we'll just leave it in to put it back in there. Once it drains, we're going to shoot a little bit of this in the tank here. Put the plug back in. This is Arctic Band 50 RV Marine antifreeze. Good 50 below minus 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so never gets that cold around here. If it did, we'd be in trouble. All right, we'll let that drain and then come back on here to put some antifreeze in here. So we got the multi-use transfer pump. It's a hand pump. Got the hose going into the antifreeze and the out going into the hot water tank. We're just going to pump just enough in there to see some pink coming out. Okay, that should be enough. Okay. Okay. So we got the got enough of that stuff in there. I put in about that much from here down to there. Now we're going to put the plug back in. Mainly so I can get the socket back off of here. You don't have to tighten this all the way up. Just by hand. And then get the socket off of here. There we go. Okay. And put this back up. And there we go. Now we're going to go inside and run the antifreeze through the the pipes in the trailer. So what we're going to do here, the next step is to hook up the tube that comes with the kit. It comes with this valve here and the cap. That way you can put this on here and put this tube into the antifreeze. So I usually put the jug over here, so I'm going to do that. In fact, I could do that right now. And there we go. So we got the jug there. I'm going to take this cap off and put this this adapter tube and put the tube into the antifreeze. And I brought my 12 volt, just one of my 12 volt batteries, hooked it up to the unit, and because this runs off the 12 volt. And we'll start pumping this into the system. I got to make sure the valves are set right over in the other bay here, so I'll show you that here in a second. So come back once I have this ready to go here. Okay, so I got it hooked up. I got the tube in the antifreeze. I got the valve pointing straight up, which that will run the flow in through the motor and into the RV that way. If you turn the valve to the right, that would be for the flow of the water coming in from the your fresh water tank in through the system. So if you want it off, that would be straight up and down, but it also serves for getting the fluid in to the motor, the antifreeze. So I just leave that pointing up the whole time, and it works. The adapter does clear that handle. All right, and then so I got that all ready to go, and then we'll go over to the other bay here. Okay, so this valve here, you want it closed, so it'd be 90 degrees to the tube. That's closed position. This is your bypass. It doesn't matter which way. It does matter when you're running. You want water from your hot water tank, your city water going into the hot water tank. You want this valve in the right position for the tank to fill all the way up and get hot, and so you can run your water all the way through the RV. So that would be the I believe that's a hot, and this is a cold down here, I believe. Anyway, you want both of these valves closed, because when you run your antifreeze, you don't want to fill up the whole tank full of your antifreeze. No, I already put some antifreeze in from the outside, enough that it'll be fine. I drain the rest of the tank and then put some antifreeze in it. So that's all you want to do on this. And especially when you're by yourself. If you were with somebody, you could have these valves open and run some antifreeze, just enough into the tank, and then close the valves right away. That way you're not filling up the whole tank. But when you're by yourself, that's the way I do it. I just use the hand pump and drain the tank, and then put some in manually into the tank, enough to keep it from freezing. And that should do it. So we're all set up and ready to run. So let's go ahead and get this going, and we'll start opening up the sink, kitchen sink, the bathroom sink, utility area, vanity, and we'll pour a little bit in the toilet and into the tank, the holding tank a little bit, and the shower. We'll run the shower too. All right, and there's a couple other things I want to show you too once we're done with that. So right here on the hood, there's the water pump Got water pump, the hood light, the hood fan, and the water pump. So I turned on the water pump already, and it ran until it built up pressure, and then it quit. So now we're good to go for running the antifreeze through the system. So we'll turn on the hot water side of it first, and oh, there we go. I guess we don't have to worry about the hot water side of it. And there we go. We got pink. So shut it off, right? Okay. Now we go into the vanity area. Let's put it over on this side here. Alright, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. Alright. Usually it comes through the hot water side too. I'll have to check that out. But right now we got the cold on. Okay, turn that off. Got pink coming through there. Now we'll hit the toilet. And then we got pink coming through there. Take the shower mat out of here. Don't want that covered with antifreeze. And take this down so you don't get splattered with the stuff. And there we go. Now I'm going to go figure out why we're not getting anything through the hot water line. I want to make sure we do that. Oh, I'm going to shut this off for a second. Okay, so sorry about the wiggly camera here. So I got it figured out. You got to have this valve open, okay? And with these two closed, the fluid is coming through the cold water side, as you can see here. It's coming through, but it's not going through the hot water side. So with this open, the fluid is going to come up here and stop here, but it's going to run down the hot water side. Okay, you understand? It's going to go up through here now and then come down through the hot water side. So it should work. Okay. Now that we got the valve turned the right way on the bypass, now we should be able to have this on the hot water side and get the pink going all the way through. So it's going to run all the way through for it to come out this. There we go. How are we doing on the jug? I think we're getting low. We're going to have to hook up the second tank, I think. Yep. That's why I buy 2 tanks of this stuff, because one tank just doesn't do it. You have to have 2. It won't take all of the second one, but it'll take half of it. Alright, let's do that. Let's hook up the other tank. There we go. Okay, got that. Let's go into the vanity. Turn on the hot water till it turns pink. Getting all the water out of the system. And there we go. Okay, same on the, not the toilet, but the shower. Turn on the hot water. Get the clear water out of there until it turns pink. And there we go. Okay. Pour this, what's left in the tube, back into the deal. This is the fullest one here, so pour this back into there. Okay, so that's there, and then we'll pour this back into that one, and that'll show you how much we have left after doing that. Okay, so we got about a half a bottle left, but there's one more thing we need to do. Take this in the vanity one more time. What we're going to do is pour some in the holding tank. They say about a cup, so that should do it. All right, we'll do that, and then what we're going to do is we're going to wipe out the antifreeze out of the shower, the toilet, and the sink, because if you let this stuff sit, it actually starts to leave spots. So we're gonna eliminate the spots. All right. So that's it for winterizing the RV as far as the antifreeze and the hot water tank, running the antifreeze, RV antifreeze through all the lines, and hot and cold water side. Explain the bypass valve and the adapter for putting the antifreeze into the system. So that way you can see how that's done and protect your RV during the winter. All right. So and then bring a rag with you and make sure you, when you're done, wipe the sink and everything, because it does leave spots, the antifreeze will, on your sink. Okay, and your shower and your vanity sink and all that. So just wipe all that stuff down and you'll be good to go. So you like the video, please subscribe, leave comments, hit the notification bell, and if you like, give me a like. Thanks.